What's up, guys? We've got a First Edge Knives Tactical Hunter, they call this one. And this was sent in by my buddy John. And it is very interesting. It's a very interesting knife that I'm kind of digging. There's some things I really like, and there's a couple things that not so great. So we'll dive right into the specs. It's just a hair under 5 inches closed. Overall is just a hair over 8 inches. 3.16 inch blade with a 3.06 cutting edge. Elmax steel, which is pretty cool. Fairly thin at 0.130 blade thickness. 0.535 overall thickness minus the clip. So it's a little bit thicker in the scale and a little thinner on the blade. A very nice flat grind for the edge. And it weighs in at 6 ounces. So it has a unique locking system. So they call this the track lock. And what it does is there is a pin. So it's a G10 scales, stainless steel liners. And there's a pin, which you can't really see, that comes out of this liner, goes through the blade and into the other steel liner. So it's in a double shear configuration, they call it. And to release the lock, you push up on this little track, and it literally forces the knife into that, I don't know, what is that, 80%, 80 degree closed, 75 degree closed, and then one quick little wrist, and it's down. There is just one thumb stud, and we'll do a close-up here because it's got a really nice blasted finish. Came out really nice. There's some scratches on it because John uses his stuff, which is very cool. A nice textured G10. And the locking mechanism is super grippy. So you're not going to have an issue disengaging their track lock. Pocket clip is, they did a pretty good job because they used countersunk screws for the most part. They protrude a little bit, but not like an oval-headed, standard screw. So they did a good job there. It works pretty good in the pocket. A little long, just your typical steel bent clip, but it works really well. So all in all, I really do like the look and the feel. So if we zoom back out, but yeah, the locking mechanism is a little odd, but works really well. It is super secure. There's no blade play at all. It's really solid, and it just, I don't know. Something about this lock just works because it gets it partially closed for you. So it's not going to drop shut. It's not going to drop on your finger, blah, blah, but it works really nice. So all that sounds great. The clip is a bit uncomfortable in the hand because it is so long. It's this kind of point here, not a point, but the end of the clip really isn't super comfortable in the hand. But without the clip, it is comfortable, if that makes sense. But yeah, you're kind of stuck because you need to deal with the clip. So all in all, for what most of us do, I think it's fine. You're opening boxes, you're doing normal daily EDC type tasks. This is a great knife. We're going to do some size comparisons kind of backwards because that clip has it kind of, not sitting flat. So let's do it backwards. It's all good. Here's an extra Sharpie. We'll just kind of run through these. I don't know if this gets a little old or what, but I gotta give you some context as to how big these are with the Spyderco Delica, and I think just in my hand isn't quite the same. The Holt Spectre, which is just about the same size but much taller for sure than the Spectre. The 523 is going to be a bit longer, but overall height, thickness, and whatnot, it's very similar in this dimension and in the thickness. Just a hair longer. So all in all, I think this is a pretty cool knife. The clip is not a deal breaker for me by any means. And then the Chris Reeve large Sebenza 21, which is roughly the same size, similar in thickness. The first edge is slightly thicker, but overall very similar in size. All in all, I think this is a very cool knife. It's kind of a full-size handle, if you will, with a little bit shorter, stubbier blade. So I think it has its place, and its unique lockup, I think, has got the cool factor also for me too. So I can forego the clip feel in my hand because it's not terrible. The cool factor of the unique lock outweighs the little bit of a hot spot of the clip, if that makes sense. So all in all, it's a cool knife. It is fairly sharp. John uses it. I love this bead blasted look of the blade, and the G10 OD green G10 also looks great. So thank you, John, so much for loaning this in. I think this might be the last one I have of yours, so I can get these back in the mail to you shortly. All right. Thanks, guys. I greatly appreciate you spending the time to watch. Be sure to stay tuned. I got a bunch of Benchmade stuff coming up. I just got a shipment from my Benchmade dealer, so there's a bunch of Benchmade and some other stuff in the box that he did. I just did an unboxing video for that, so stay tuned for all that stuff shortly as well. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.